Your show, I do stress that, because it was Mags from Whittlesford here in Cambridgeshire who got in touch with the programme and said, I've just heard former X Factor winner Joe McElderry being interviewed by the great Sir Terry Wogan. Now, Joe's playing at the Cresset in Peterborough here in Cambridgeshire on Friday night this week. Can you get him on the show? I'm sure that your listeners would love him. Well, Mags, you ask and I deliver. Afternoon, Joe McElderry, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Do you know what, I'm slightly terrified by the response that we've had on Twitter. I mentioned that I was going to be speaking to the one and only Joe McElderry. I have been inundated with questions from your loyal fans. Joe, it's a phenomenon, it's incredible.
No, they're very, very loyal, they're incredible. That's the reason I get to do this job, you know. They keep the support going and they keep, coming to the shows and buying the albums. It's down to them, really, that I'm able to do it.
Well, it's left no room for my questions, but they wouldn't be as good as your fans anyway, so I'm going to go straight into it, Joe. This is from Sandy Pandy on Twitter, and this is very up-to-date, really. Cheryl Cole is back on the X Factor. Mm-hmm. Would you be a guest mentor at the judge's house with her? And she said you'd give great advice.
Do you know, I've done a few things here and there TV-wise where I've been either a judge or a mentor or something like that. And I went back last year to do a mentoring session with Nicholas when he sang The Climb. So if I was asked, I would definitely consider it, you know, but I would find it difficult to be nasty to somebody.
And what do you make to Cheryl and Simon's return to the new series?
It's good, you know, they're great judges, and I think it'll be good to have them back on the panel, and everybody loves them, so it's fun.
There was some question about the relationship being soured between Cheryl and Simon when things didn't work out in the States because of her Geordie accent. I wondered, because you've got a lovely accent. I mean, but has it ever been suggested to you to maybe drop it a little bit?
Well, every time I've ever been over to America, everybody always says they love the accent, you know, and go like, oh wow, where are you from? That's an incredible accent. I think the Geordie accent itself is a really nice, endearing. It's quite a welcoming accent, you know. So sometimes if I'm in London, I have to kind of round off my words, whereas normally if I was at home, I would shorten things and do the kind of slang for it. But sometimes people are like, what are you talking about? But that's more here, not in America.
Well, what's your London accent like? What's your best London accent?
Just for example, like Geordies say quite a lot, oh, you come with us, instead of with us, you know? Or, what else? I'm trying to think of something else. I tend to talk a lot faster at home, and then I have to kind of slow down a bit when I'm in London, just so people understand what I'm saying.
This is from @LucyUnionJ. I can answer this question for you, though, actually. Where are you most looking to perform on tour? It's obviously the Cresset in Peterborough.
Of course.
On Friday nights.
Of course. You know, the thing about this tour is I'm going to loads of different places I've never been to, which is really exciting. It's a long tour, but we're visiting lots of brand new places. But yeah, Peterborough will be fun. First time being there, Friday night, so that should be fun. And we're going all sorts of places, some places I've never even heard of before.
This is from Donna Kelders. Tomorrow is your 7th show of the Set Your Soul Alive tour. What are you enjoying most about it, and are you missing home?
I'm just actually enjoying. There's like just being on tour, there's kind of like a constant hustle and bustle going on around you. And I'm one of these people, I kind of get bored of my own company. And I just love kind of like going into the venue on the afternoon, seeing the band, the crew, the management are there. My mum does a lot of work with me, or family friends come along sometimes with us just to keep us company. And there's always just people around, and it's just a really nice, I don't know, it's just, you just feel like a big family on the road, and I like that feeling. And I also love the kind of, just the band that you have with the crowd, you know, every night. Like, you never know what's going to happen on the live show, you never know what the audience are going to be like. And it's just fun. Like, it's my favourite part of my job, just being on the road. I love it.
This is, again, on Twitter from Lorraine Brooks. Has Joe, and it's a good question following up from that one, has Joe got a camper van to take his belongings around the country as he continues on this massive tour, which starts at the start of the month and ends at the end of June?
Yes, I do have a lovely van with a big double bed in it. So I'm very fortunate. So I can almost pretty much like leave the stage door and get straight into bed if I want to do. So it's a nice little tour bus. It's a cute little thing. you know, depending where we're going each night, sometimes it's a hotel, sometimes it's, you know, if it can be an overnight drive or just a stopover, it depends where we are, you know. But it's nice for me to, last time I did a tour, I spent the whole time in hotels. And while it's great, you know, being in hotels, after a while it gets a bit like another hotel, checking in, checking out, you know. Whereas when you've got a bus with you on the road, you can kind of just live on the bus. I'm a bit of a gypsy, shall we say.
Joe, between you and me, do you help yourself to the complimentary shampoos if they're nice?
Yes, I do. Sometimes a pillow as well. A pillow never goes amiss.
Joe, I'm shocked. Joe McElderry here on the Jeremy Saller Show, BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. And there's more. Don't go anywhere. There's more from where that came from. Keep it tuned.